Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Wisconsin's offense will get the first crack at it here. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And the Badgers will hustle to the line. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Working that left side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are at that.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Lost the fire on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And that's exactly your job when you're a defense. You know, they're going to make throws, they're going to make catches. I got to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the ground.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Past the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Badgers.
Of a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Waller. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
That's reeled in. It's Rousseau. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tar Heel. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The Badgers want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Woods. Still on his feet at the 45. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Badgers with the 1st and 10. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it. Touchdown, UNC. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Badgers moving quickly to the line. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Badgers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everything's bouncing and jiggling and rolling, and it's going forward, and he's loose. Touchdown, North Carolina. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. As an offense, we don't need to. We'll put points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Makes the grab. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. Off play action. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Caught near the sticks. It's Woods. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rush. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw on third. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Handoff from the gun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. On the ground, it's Walker.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Walker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
It'll be third and long. Gets the back moving. On third down, he drops the throw. He caught it! Touchdown, Tar Heel! He broke away from the defense, and then he couldn't catch it. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Woods. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Rush. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Badgers have it with a first and 10. Hands it off. Still running at the 40. Busts through behind his pen. Just plowing ahead. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. First down, 10 yards to go. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
The Badgers are threatening in the red zone. Send the tight end in motion. The give out of the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Still on his feet. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pressure coming. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Badgers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Caught over the middle. It's Walker. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pulls it in. It's Walker. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. They'll immediately call timeout.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
To the air on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here comes the heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen.
And the Badgers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back, looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Tar Heels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a gap. It's Walker. Hard running there. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
He lost one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, UNC! Once he got some room, it was over. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Coming out with it, it's high. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Woods. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Made a defender miss. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Firing to the right, complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If you're able to move the ball on a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big.
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The give to the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. Right back to the well. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Walker. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Tight end now in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, North Carolina! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Set to kick this one away.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. And the Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Spins away from the defense. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He'll work his way down to the 28. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Badgers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay.
There he goes. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David.